come and join us today at Universal Studios. We are going to show you the best picture spots, some that are obvious and some that are not. Of course, you have to do it at the arches. Those famous arches are awesome, and when you walk in, they have photographers as well. And at that Universal logo, you can go up close or you can go across the bridge. There's even a little area down below this that you can get another spot without a bunch of people. If you love Minions, walking in, you have Gru's house, and I think this whole area really is going to be turned into a whole Minion Land. So stay tuned for updates, and I'll try to show some fun picture spots once all these construction walls and the new ride is open. So as you can see right now, the park is pretty much dead. We got there during early park admission, which we did a whole video on as far as the benefits, what is open, and what you should do for that first hour before all the other people come in. This is the only time you are going to see Diagon Alley empty like this. There are such beautiful walls all over this whole area, and it's going to be a lot easier if you get there really early or if you stay really late, but that could be dark. So I would suggest getting there super early, take advantage of the low crowds. Everyone's going to be heading to the ride, and get those pictures. Getting in front of the bank might be a little bit challenging, but the earlier the less people you'll have. Maybe you can edit them out. We have the Gringotts Bank over here, and then there's some you can get some really cool pictures by the hopping pot with that huge barrel, and even in front of Sugar Plums, or right here is actually a really cool spot too. Just kind of like this little nook in front of the wands. And these walls are really neat too. You can get a picture in front of some of the windows, like the candies, the sweet shop, or some of these walls here are kind of neat. And I forgot to mention this, but next to the hopping pot, there is a whole wall of owls that I was filming while we did our bag shoot. It's really neat if you can get down at an angle to get the owls and yourself. And normally this area is packed full of people waiting to see the dragon spit fire, so you are not going to see it this empty unless you get there super early. I've seen really beautiful shots in front of windows and doors all over Diagon Alley, so I would really just explore the whole area. Take your time, especially at least the first hour, and then once that happens, it'll start getting really packed. In Hogsmeade and Hogwarts is the same way at Islands of Adventure. So this is another photo spot in front of Gringotts. If you don't get there early, people will be sitting all along the stairs back there eating their ice cream, so just a warning. And right outside Diagon Alley where you go to London, you can get a picture with the night bus, the talking head, and the driver. And then next, go ahead behind the bus. There's a little picture spot too. And behind the bus, you can get pictures as well, kind of like you're riding the night bus. And it is blocked, so you can't go inside, but you can get a picture right here.
Back in there, and it's really cool.
Yeah. A lot of people probably don't know about this one because you actually have to go back and look, but it's really neat to see the inside and all the detail that Diagon Alley has. All right, in San Francisco, you can get a picture with Bruce, which is a fun photo spot. At this time, they had some little barriers up. I don't think that's normal. They had just touched up Bruce's paint, so it was just trying to dry. And I've heard they actually added a Universal photographer, so that's pretty cool. And then heading into the Chicago and New York area of Universal, there are all kinds of buildings, nooks and crannies that you can take pictures of. I've seen a lot of really cool couple shots in these areas. I love the brick walls. This is in the area right by Transformers and before you see the Blues Brothers show. So there's lots of areas here with the brick. I think it's really pretty. Or if you just want a quiet getaway, you want to go have a snack in silence, get away from people, there's barely anyone in here ever. In front of Mel's Diner, they have some cars from American Graffiti if you want to get your picture there. And of course, later on in the day, they're going to have a bunch of characters out, so like Beetlejuice and parade people.
Harrison Ford's car.
Okay, Harrison Ford.
That's what he drove.
Yeah, he knows this movie better than me. So you can get, this is a good picture spot here.
The blonde's car, I forgot her name. And Milner's, I guess that car is. Milner's.
Not a big deal, but in front of the Hello Kitty store, there's a cute little Hello Kitty statue, and sometimes she comes out here to meet as well. I'm gonna do a separate character video though. Along Hollywood Boulevard, sometimes you will see the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo, and sometimes you'll see Marilyn Monroe's vehicle. In this SpongeBob SquarePants store, there are a couple of cute little photo ops in here too. So one spot would be Squidward's house here. The little chair you can sit. And SpongeBob's house, of course. So the shop has a couple of cute little photo ops in here too. You don't want to pass up. Next to the ET ride is the ET toy closet, and inside you can get some pictures with ET. You do have to have their photo package, otherwise you won't get that green screen picture. And I do have another video on all the ride pictures and if the photo package is worth it. But this is a super cute spot with ET. And I love the effect that the green screen does add to it. So right before the Springfield sign, you have a couple of Back to the Future photo ops. You have the train right here, and sometimes Doc does meet. It's from Back to the Future 3, Part 3. And then the DeLorean, which there is a photo box that you can scan your card and get a picture, or just take one with your own camera. Of course you have one right in front of Lard Lad's Donuts. Those have delicious donuts, but you can get a picture next to the huge guy, Chief Wiggum and his vehicle, and then in front of Jebediah Springfield there is a statue. There's all sorts of picture opportunities in Springfield, even in front of these Duff guys, and then there's a Quickie Mart, there's Moe's. Of course there's going to be a lot of people, so if you get there earlier the better, or you just try to wait for people to walk by. It really depends what your picture priorities are. There is Duff Man next to the shop there, and then there's this really cool wall, and you can even sit next to Millhouse on this bench. This of course is probably my favorite picture opportunity. There's less people walking by and it's a lot easier to get a shot.
If you're a fan of the Fast and the Furious franchise, we have nice photo ops over here of the cars. I'm not sure whose cars who.
Yeah, me neither.
But
if
they are nice looking cars.
If you do, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
It's not a huge deal, but the Ghostbusters New York Public Library, the show used to be right there. If you're a Ghostbusters fan, I would do that. And the firehouse is there, but it's not in their name. So these were the options besides the obvious character and ride photos. If you would like to see a version at Islands of Adventure, comment down below. I'd be happy to do it. And if you want a really good photographer, a professional who knows all the perfect spots at Universal, check out the Very Busy Bee on Instagram. She doesn't know I'm saying this, but she's super sweet and I always love her pictures. And let us know if we miss any spots. There's so many awesome places to take pictures. Of course, we might not know a few. And stay tuned for more content. Mardi Gras is coming up and we can't wait to check it out. And a big shout out and thank you to Maddie and Lachey for helping support our channel. People like you help us to keep going and doing what we love.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
Click this video if you want to see all the ride photos and character opportunities that have a Universal photographer, whether or not the photo package is worth it.